Hi everyone, it's Kadena here. Hey, I have a couple simple little tips for you. You may or may not have ever thought of doing this or trying it, but I got in the mail the pay to go. It's a it's a fee to go underground, the toll for the tunnel, and that's on a commercial, so I'm trying to be cute, but it's not working really well. And so I used the tunnel, and I knew I would be getting something in the mail because I had never actually used the tunnel before, and this was for work, and I'm following a GPS, and I'm certainly not gonna go off the navigation. I'm not that clever here when it comes to going to places I don't know. So I knew I'd get something in the mail. And then I got something else in the mail and ignored it because it's busy season. And so I knew when I got this third time, I was like, I've got to pay this. There's going to be like a service charge or a fee or late fee or something like that. So I got online, and lo and behold, there was like four different things: toll bridge going to Gig Harbor or coming across from Gig Harbor. And I just don't go enough to buy, and pay for it. So, whatever. I pay for it as I go. And apparently I didn't. And that was like a $40 fee. So all in all, my totals were 62.30. And these are work related, but I'm sure work's not going to pay for $40, right? So should have been closer to $11 to $12 if you add it up for the four different experiences that I had. So what I did was I called. And just said, hey, I knew that I needed to pay like two or three of them, but this other one in July or August with the $40 fee, like I don't remember receiving that, which I don't. So I'm not lying. I'm just telling the truth and pleading a little bit of ignorance and seeing what will happen. So the point of my telling you this is sometimes we get really bogged down with bills, whether it's medical bills or it's toll bills, and you feel out of control, and you feel out of sorts. Now, I let this one go. I knew in October when I got something, it was that that underground tunnel thing. I needed to pay it. And then I crossed the 520, which I normally don't do. So I knew I had a couple things I needed to take care of. So if I had to pay a late fee, that's on me, right? But when it's something so exorbitant and just, like, I don't even know if that was a word, but just mind blowing, and you can't fathom, how am I going to handle this? Now, 6250 is a lot of money, and I personally don't want to give the government any more, or the state, I should say, any more of my hard-earned money or my corporate's hard-earned money, right? So, just called, just said, hey, I don't remember getting anything in July or August for this, and it's now 40 something dollars, and I just need to see if I can get it waived. Is there anything I can do? And lo and behold, I got it down to $12.30, which is about, when you add all four of them up, that's about right. So my point is, take the time to call. On mine, I wrote little notes: the date, who I talked to. I talked to Minette, and I wrote the confirmation number. Now, I'm going to keep this until I see it go through on the credit card. You can keep this for tax purposes if it's business, but when you call your credit cards and you ask for a lower interest rate, or you call your bills and your medical bills and say, I don't have that kind of money. You may not. You don't have an HSA, or you don't have money saved up. You may not have that kind of money to pay that kind of bill. So ask, is there any discounted fees? If you're in a bind and this is stressing you out, I don't know your situation, but I saw someone on the news with like $87,000 worth of bills because he didn't have a real insurance. He had like a gap coverage and it wasn't real insurance. It was like a coordinating insurance. I don't expect you guys to understand insurance. That's what professionals are for. So, this poor gentleman, and he's now putting everything on credit cards. He's got stage 4 cancer, gonna die with tons of debt. I don't know if he has a family, but they're gonna inherit his debt. Call and ask for a hardship. Is there a hardship? Do they have any kind of grace? Do they have any type of funding that will help cover you? A lot of hospitals do. So, and quite honestly, that is something that don't be too proud to ask. $87,000 when he thought he had insurance and doesn't. So that means he's on the hook for $87,000. Ask. What are they going to say? No? Okay, well, then you're still at the same place you were 5 minutes ago, but it didn't hurt you to ask, and they may know of someone. Is there Catholic Charities that is willing to help? So there's all sorts of different ways to get you through a slump. And I'm just telling you this because I was a single mama juggling and had one that had some health issues. And I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with asking. Is there someone who can look at these benefits to make sure they're actually processed correctly? That's the other thing. And the other thing is you have the right to appeal. If on here it even said if I wanted to appeal, so if she would have said, nope, sorry, you're on the hook for $62.30, I could have appealed and said, I didn't get the letter in July or August when you mailed it out. And therefore, I have these, processing fees that have escalated, and I'd like a grace on this, a pass. And it's my right to appeal. Well, it's also your right to appeal when it comes to medical claims if you don't think they're being handled correctly. You can escalate it usually 3 or 4 times. So make sure that you take the time to do your due diligence. Otherwise, don't complain when you get the bill because you're on the hook for it. Okay, you're on the hook for it. Don't whine about it. Either take the time, to write out your letter or make the phone call. You may be on hold. I was on hold for like 15 minutes and then I got transferred and I had to talk to someone else. But that's okay because the end result was $12.30, which I genuinely owe. I genuinely owe that. And that's better than $62.30, right? So that's just my little tip to you. It certainly doesn't hurt for you to take the time to do these things. It may help stretch your budget a little bit. And if you don't know, when you get the EOB, it's an explanation of benefits, if I can say that. A lot of this is foreign. Don't expect you all to know what it means. So get someone to read it for you. Call them. They've got people on the phone. And let me tell you, I used to work at a call center. Not all call center employees are equal. We know this. Called T-Mobile this weekend 3 different times, talked to 3 different people in Bellingham and got 3 different answers. And then I went into the store twice and still got 2 different answers. So I finally got where I wanted to be, but I had to write down who I spoke to, reminded the next person, I spoke to this person, she said it would cost this amount, and then was passed over to a supervisor. I finally got a little bit of credit for some things that I had canceled almost 2 years ago. But that's my fault for not reading my bill. So, I did cancel international calling when Riley came home from Europe in 2018, so a year and a half ago. Still was being charged for it. We lost the hotspot like 2 years ago. Still, that's our fault. We're idiots for not reading our own bill. That's plain and simple. But I did get like a 3-month, I think she gave me like $90 for the 3 issues that I was having. So 3 months, $10 each. It was fine. It is what it is. It's my fault for not reading my bill. And the thing is my bill is being sent electronically. And Robert and I just don't read email. We just don't have time. So I asked her to send me a paper bill. Like, I'm trying to save some trees, but it's just not working, right? And so if you don't read your bill because it's coming electronically, that's not working for you, ask them to send it to you. A lot of times people would charge you for that. So if you don't want to be charged, and then you have to reopen your email. I know it sucks, right? All right, so that's it for now. Just wanted to share that with you. I wish you all a very fantastic day. It's actually the holiday season. I look like it's spring here in my bedroom, but the rest of the house is, just not. This is not my bedroom. Oh my God, this is my office, and it looks like spring, but it's really Christmas. And so if you're watching this in December, I wish you a very happy holidays. Actually, a Merry Christmas. And other than that, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to IM me or DM me. Give me a thumbs up. It's not like I'm, some amazing vlogger, but I would like to know that this is maybe helping someone. All right, take care.